member of the Egyptian parliament named Elhami Agina has some terrifying thoughts for us on female genital mutilation. He said, "We are a population whose men suffer from sexual weakness, which is evident because Egypt is among the biggest consumers of sexual stimulants that only the weak will consume. If we stop female genital mutilation, we will need strong men, and we don't have men of that sort. It's good because it reduces a woman's sexual appetite, and women must stand by their men." Come on, man. What are you doing? It's 2016, man. What are you doing? It reduces a woman's sexual appetite, which is good. Yeah, no. Cut off her clit, bro. Reduces her appetite and makes her stand by her man. You've sufficiently neutered your woman. Good job. Okay, stop. This idea and this notion of like, hey, treat women like property. You're married to her. Make the bitch do what you want her to do. Okay? Yeah. Come on. FGM time. Let's do it. Okay. This mindset, this ideology, it needs to be changed. It needs to be reformed. And people need to understand that individual human rights also apply to women. Maybe a little bit. And by the way, don't get me wrong. Like, so there are a lot of people who are apologists for male genital mutilation, circumcision. Like, I'm circumcised, for example. I wish I wasn't. That's not a thing. Like the idea of, well, how about we cut off the tip of the baby dick and that's better. Where did that idea originate? Religion. 100%. There's no dispute about that. It came from religion. Now, today we have after-the-fact rationalizations, even from scientists who are like, I did a study and it reduces different STDs by a grand total of whatever percent, X percent, 36% reduction in STDs. Yeah, and you could reduce STD rates further by totally chopping off a guy's dick and balls. Does that mean you should do it? No, it doesn't mean you should do it. You certainly shouldn't do it. So that's a huge issue as well, and that's an issue in the West of circumcision, male genital mutilation. So that's got to stop as well. But female genital mutilation is a tremendous problem. And also, if I'm not mistaken, there are also like bigger side effects of that. Like, as horrible as it is chopping off the tip of a guy's dick, they can still feel sexual pleasure, obviously. But for women, depending on the kind of FGM done, there's a chance that there's, no pleasure anymore at all in sex, which is just, it's so barbaric and it's so savage that it's on another level. And you would think that in the year 2016, we would have gotten past the most basic, like, faux pas of ritual practices. But no, this is still a thing, and it's still widespread to the point where you have idiots, they come out in public. I mean, how embarrassed should this person be? Like, no, it's cool because, see, our men don't get boners enough, so they got to take the boner pill, so we have weak men. So since their libidos are lower than they should be, we got to make the women's libido lower, so we do FGM, and problem solved. Genitally mutilate this poor woman because the guys don't want to fuck as much as they should want to fuck. Like, this shit that this guy thinks about, like, he just sits around like, you should call me a philosopher. I'm going to come up with this philosophy on sexuality here in Egypt. You're an idiot. Like, you're just a fucking moron. That's what you are. So I feel horrible for the women who have to undergo this. And unfortunately, it's still a very prevalent practice. And it should be nipped in the bud, no pun intended. And it should be stopped. And we need this kind of enlightenment revolution on how we treat everybody's genitals. Because there's still a lot of cutting off of baby dicks, the tips of baby dicks, and still a lot of FGM going on. And that's unacceptable.